Hello again. Welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. I know it's been a minute and I am so sorry. Oh my God. My grandson was writing on this the other day. And I'm like, I just noticed that. Anyway, yeah, I know it's been a minute since I've been here, and just wanted to touch up on why I haven't been on here. I've have thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I keep missing Tuesdays, and it's been really kind of hard for me, to try to catch up to trying to do a Tea Time Tuesday when it's not the way I want it. The whole concept of doing Tea Time Tuesday was to, have and enjoy a cup of tea with my viewers or whoever wanted to hop on and see me, especially if they were going through a bad day or they just needed to hear something or a well wish or anything like that. Like, you got this, you can do it kind of thing, or just calm down if things are stressing you out. Just have a cup of tea, everything will be all right. and try not to worry so much. That was working out very well at first. And as when I first started, I was doing my Tea Time Tuesdays. It was on my bed, well, right here. And I just used to just have all my tray and the little bit of treats that I was trying on a tray, and I would lie back, all the way back, and I would just chat away. And that's basically what I wanted to do. But then I realized that over the course of the year or so, it just started evolving. And then I was doing taste tasting products, and whatever, if it was from different stores, and I would try them and let you know whether they were good or not. And then I was still doing that here, and then I was trying reading books, which the reason I wanted to get into reading books was because I do like writing, and I do someday want to write a book. But in order for me to write a book, even though I have a few stories in my head, you really have to read, because you really have to know how to write, and it goes hand in hand. So I said, I got to start reading. So I said, you know what? Let me share my books with my audience. Let me share with my viewers of what I'm reading and keep them up to date on how the book is going. So then it went to that. So then after that, I started moving. I tried to move out into the backyard. Well, it's windy out there. But what happened was that I kept getting interrupted. Either the landlord would come, or he wanted to mow the lawn, or, and it always seemed, he always, for some reason, always came on a Tuesday, right when I was trying to film in the back. And I was like, oh my God. So then I'm like, okay, this is not working. And I said, okay, I'm bringing it back in, even though I did do a few of them out there. And I wanted to do a winter one, but the winter one never happened. And I was really disappointed with that. Because I really did want to drink tea outside when it was like 30 degrees, or when it was snowing out there, or have a cup of cocoa. Raspberry tea, of course. So then that didn't work. And I was like, oh my God, like what is going on? So then I said, okay, I'm moving it back in. I'm just coming back in. If I have to come back and sit back on my bed, I'll do that. But then I ended up just doing it here like I'm doing it right now. And I would do that again with the trays. I even bought a little tier tray, a little white one to put, little things on there and stuff, like little sweets. But again, I didn't want to make those kind of desserts because I remember one year it was Valentine's Day, and I started making all these heart-shaped shortbread with pancakes shaped in hearts, cookies shaped in hearts, strawberry shortcakes shaped in hearts. I mean, it took me a long time to do that. It took me a long time, and to set it up, no less. So I was like, okay, well, let me minimize on making baked goods. Let me work on pastries instead, because I didn't want to overload myself with making a lot of cakes and sweets, because I'm trying to lose weight and I gain weight. So I said, let me try to make pastries instead, because I could either always give the pastries away or share them with the kids or whatnot. So I ended up doing that, and I took the whole thing to the kitchen, and I started making the little apple turnovers, the cherry turnovers, and the such. And I even thought of making, and which I haven't even gotten to because it's just time consuming, were the lemon tarts. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get to them because you have to make the crust, you have to make the filling, you gotta make the whipped cream, and all that takes a long time to do. And when I realized this, I was like, what are you doing? It's like all of a sudden the whole thing was just evolving into something that I didn't anticipate, and it was just getting harder and harder and harder for me to do. It was almost like a show, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this by myself. It's too much. I can't. I mean, I could try, if I make the goods or whatever a day before maybe, but yeah, it's a lot of work. So I was like, okay, but we'll figure it out. And I'm still trying to figure it out. But for the most part, I'm just trying to, and then not to mention that I had to put on, I started curling my hair and started putting makeup on and trying to look better. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it's not like my other videos when I'm doing crocheting or I'm doing knitting or I'm doing, a junk journaling. I don't care how I look because I'm comfortable, and it's an everyday thing that I do. I don't even have to show myself. And I'm not one to put out airs. I just like to feel comfortable in what I'm doing. So then usually on Tea Time Tuesdays and Faith Night Fridays, I try to look my best. Every other time, I really don't care. I don't care. I mean, I should, I know. But, it's a lot you have to do. It takes a lot of effort. So I said, okay, I'm going to just keep trying to figure this out. I don't want to let go of it. I do have fun doing it. And I do want to get into pastries. I do like baking. And I did make the pizza crust this morning. And I'm like, but it's already 1:20, and I haven't even made the lemon filling, let alone bake the tarts or make the whipped cream. Like I said, if I do that, excuse me, it would have to be the night before or the day before. Excuse me. So I'm going to have to figure this out or change the day to a Tea Time Sunday or a Tea Time Thursday, even though, well, Tea Time Thursday doesn't sound bad, right? It's almost like Tea Time Tuesday has the tea. So I might make it that day. Tuesdays just doesn't work for me. So like, oh my God, I have to really, really figure this out. But nevertheless, let me just see what time's up. I'm already losing track of time. So, I did, just to get back on track. So I'm just gonna keep working on it, and then next week it's already Halloween, and Halloween falls on a Tuesday. So I was like, really, really. So I'm like, now I'm thinking, well, it has to be a Halloween theme. I gotta make it a theme now. I go, I don't have no like to make a backdrop or anything like that, and I'm still not even finished decorating. I still have to put my curtains up, my wavy curtains. I haven't even done that yet. But I'm like, I'll get to it. I have this whole week to get at it. I'll get to it. So I did get these from Dollar Tree. Now, I was kind of disappointed because, I mean, even though they're good, I guess there's another brand. First of all, let me show you. Look how they look on the package. And look how they look. Like, I don't know, maybe the chocolate got on them or something, but I mean, yes, can I help you? You want a cookie? Dog doesn't even like it. But I think the chocolate gets on it, but there's some other ones that look like this, but I mean, they taste good for a snack. They do, but they should really put it on a white cookie or shortbread cookie, and not on this, because it just makes it look sloppy. But yeah, I'll eat them throughout the day. But yeah, still, these crumbs. Still trying to finish, and I do have more books that I haven't yet finished, haven't gotten to yet, and I've been wanting to. Where are you going? He found the bones. Anyway, I am trying to finish Hannah's War. I only have, not a whole lot. I still have this much to read. And it's not like it's a thick book, neither. But I was kind of a little bit confused with this one, because she's like, apparently she's supposed to be like a spy. And she's supposed to be like, they think that Hannah's trying to develop a bomb. But she's not. And she has a conflict with the gentlemen that she's dealing with, and Jack, who's the investigator, doesn't really trust her stories. Like, she keeps coming up with all these different stories of, how she got into this and how she got into that, and how she had a relationship with this guy, and how it all unfolded, and it sounded like a fairy tale. And he's like, you're trying to pull a fast one on me, because I don't know if I really believe what everything you're telling me. And she's like, maybe she is trying to pull a fast one, because she was supposed to get arrested when they went to an event, and she was supposed to get an award for the discovery that she made on an atom or something like that. And it ended up going to somebody else, not to her. And she was kind of like really upset, but then not upset, because she said it doesn't matter, as long as it gets, it gets known, and as long as it gets out there, it doesn't matter who did it. So she didn't really care about that. But then when they went to the event, and as they started going down to the hall, or it was located, everybody was leaving and the event was called off. And at that time, they had already been on her heels and they wanted to arrest her. So some guy named Stefan, he ended up rescuing her and said, no, come this way. And he took her, through the back, and they ended up going on a train. And then she came up with this whole story with him. And that was too close for it to happen. And then she ends up, in a hotel with Jack, and she's telling him this whole story about what happened after that event, and he's like, he's not sure if he believes her, and I'm like, okay, now it's getting confusing, because it is supposed to be a whodunit kind of thing, because they're trying to catch her as a spy, and he's having a hard time finding out whether that's true or not. I'm having a hard time finding out whether it's true or not. But anyway, guys, I'll let you know how the other book is going, which I really do like a lot. The Gambling for the Duke's Daughter. I've been so tired, and sometimes reading at night is just is like it. I'm already worn out, and I can only read like 3 sentences, and I'm already like snoring. I don't even get to finish a whole chapter. But I do want to finish that book. I really do. But I'm going to try to get on it this week, and hopefully next week we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, because I don't want to leave this. I really enjoy doing this. And just like all my other ones, but this one and my Faith Night Fridays are my best ones. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. It's like a fish in the sea. So glad you caught me, and we will catch you next week on Tea Time Tuesday. Bye.